So it's hard to believe there was a world before Chicken McNuggets, but there really was. There's a percentage of the population that has a good percentage. I'm pretty sure this number right here has never been alive without a Chicken McNugget to be held. That's a lot of people. I don't know about you, but I am not one of them. I remember when the nuggets came out, and yeah, they changed the world. Now, I'm going to show you how to make them. It's only been, 44 years, something like that, since these came out. I figured I might as well get around to it eventually, and I'm going to make this sweet and sour sauce. I'm going to make, okay, I have barbecue and I have ranch here. This is not their barbecue sauce. I'm on that quest. I have not found it yet, but I'm on that quest. But I did nail the sweet and sour sauce. So you're going to have to stick around and see that, how to make the nuggets, how to do all this stuff. I'm going to try and make it easy. I'm going to try to make it fast. You already know how long it is, but I don't because I haven't edited this video yet. The longer I talk, the longer it gets, so let's get started making nuggets. The first step in this entire process of making McNuggets is forming the little shapes. So we have our chicken right here, we have our seasoning, we have a bowl, we have a means to do this, and we have a tray to put this on because these have to get frozen before we can move to the next step, which is the tempuraing stage and then frying them. So this is going to go pretty quick once these are all formed up, but we need to form them first, and as we all know, McNuggets come in 4 basic shapes. There's the boot, the bow tie, the circle, and the other one. I don't remember what the other one is. It doesn't owe me money, so why would I care? I don't know. Sorry, folks, off the top of my head there. Woohoo! We are going to do this really quick. Now, everybody's in the comments, you only use white meat with it. I know they only use white meat. Getting ground chicken white meat only is a little difficult, so you have to grind it yourself. Do you have a meat grinder? I do, but I'm assuming that most people don't. So I'm going to give you an alternative to that I've tested a couple different ways here, and this comes out just fine. So stop leaving me the comment about how I used some not white meat in there, and shut up and make this and tell me if you can taste the difference, because you can't. There you go. So this is ground chicken. This is lean ground chicken. So I don't know if there's really fatty ground chicken that much, but it says, does it have a thing in here that says something? No, it doesn't tell you how much it is. 8% fat. 8% fat seems like a lot for a chicken. They seem pretty skinny to me. Must be a lot of dark meat in here. I'm just guessing. Dark meat is delicious, and we're going to go with delicious. All right, so this is going into our bowl. We are going to pull this off because this is not delicious. This is going to go in the trash, and we are going to add our seasoning to this. Now, what do we have for seasoning? We have a teaspoon and a half of salt, half a teaspoon of sugar, and a quarter teaspoon of MSG. Yes, there is MSG in the chicken nuggets. I promise you, I swear, monosodium glutamate is one of the recipes, or one of the ingredients in this recipe. It just is. You can buy it at the grocery store under the Accent brand. Here's a bottle of it. This is what it looks like if you know what you're looking for. It helps if you can find it that way. We're going to put this in here. It says it's sodium, but it's not necessarily sodium-y. It's glutamate, which is one of the umami flavors. So it's kind of important. It's not just like add more salt. It does things that are specific for that purpose. I need gloves for this. I didn't get gloves. Hang on one second. There. And I spared you the 20 minutes of me trying to put gloves on over these giant hands. So you're welcome. I wish they made gloves in normal sizes. But apparently that went away with COVID. So there you go. You used to be able to get gloves that fit. Now one size fits all is like maybe if you were this tall. I'm not. I'm this tall. Okay. We're going to mix this up really good with our gloves because the chicken is insanely sticky. One thing that helps with this is if you wet the gloves a little bit, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'll do that in a second. I don't want to get all the water in here with the different ingredients until I have this kind of mixed in. Hold on. Let's just mix some chicken real fast. I may hit the fast forward button so that you can save a few minutes of your time. Okay, chicken is mixed thoroughly. You really got to get in there and get done it, and now you see what I mean about it being really sticky, and this is why you're wearing gloves. It doesn't stick to the gloves nearly as bad as it sticks to your hands, trust me. So we are going to scoop this out and put this on here. These have to be uniform size because you want them to all cook at the same thing, and then we'll shape them as they get out here. Now, what size is the proper amount for this? It's a lot less than you think it is. It's about a tablespoon will be perfect to make each nugget. That's not a lot of filling, but when you put the tempura on it, it thickens it up and it looks like the normal size. Now, if you have a small cookie scoop or a melon baller. Oh, we are. Shut up. All right, if you have, this is a medium. I don't have a small because I don't make small cookies. This is a medium. This is 2 tablespoons. This is going to make way too big. This is actually a tablespoon. It looks almost the same size, but it is not. It is much shallower, and we are going to use this to portion out our nuggets. Now, we're going to try to do this. This stuff is sticky, man, I'm telling you. All right, so this if you get the small cookie scoop, because this is going to be hard. Just get the small cookie scoop. Had I thought ahead, I would have gotten one. They're like $8 on the Amazon, but I didn't do that. So we're going to do this the hard way. There you go. That's what we need. Now we just need to do this again and again and again until these are all laid out. Fast forward. Okay, they're scooped out. I got 30 nuggets sitting here. That's enough for a hungry family to feed. And this doesn't cost $87. So, pretty good deal. Let me clean up just slightly, and then we're going to get all these formed up. One tip, by the way, you have to do this on non-stick parchment paper, and make sure your cookie sheets will fit in your freezer. Don't use a giant sheet that won't fit, because at that point, you're going to be real mad. So double check that before you start doing this. Okay, one second. Okay, we're going to try and get 4 different shapes out of this just to make it interesting. I have wet my hands, same gloves, I didn't take them off, I just wet them, because this will make this much easier to form these. Now, when they need to be really, really thin, fairly thin, and we're going to try and make these uniform thickness too. That's kind of an important thing. So don't get them all bunched up in the center and then taper off on the sides. That looks like, I don't know what shape that is. Give this a squish. Oh, this one wants to be round. See that? We got a roundy. We got a roundy. And if I did this, it's like, oh, wait. Huh, we got a boot. We got a boot. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I think this one wants to be round too. This is going to take a minute. Be very judicious about how you do this and precise, because these all need to be the same size, the same thickness, same everything, so that they cook at the proper way, proper time and all that stuff. Plus, as you're eating them, you want each one to be identical, just like McDonald's makes them. They have machines for this. You're the machine. So remember that. Okay, let's keep forming. Okay, that took a really long time. You're asking yourself, isn't there some sort of a form or something like that that you could put these in that it would make this far easier? No, because this is so sticky you'd never get it out of there. It wouldn't come out in one piece. I mean, this is so sticky. The only way you could do that is if you had a giant sheet and you could freeze them in it completely. But I looked, they don't make that. Your move, Etsy. Come on, somebody's got to have a silicone mold that you can do 15 at a time in the different shapes, maybe 16 at a time, different shapes, all this stuff. It's got to be out there someplace. It isn't. This is how you do it. Sorry. And yeah, just keep wetting the gloves. Don't get it too wet because you don't want too much moisture on this, because these are going in the freezer. Minimum 1 hour. You can do this overnight if you wanted to. That's probably not a bad idea considering how much time it took to just form these stupid things. But these are going in the freezer. When they're frozen, we're going to come back. We're going to go through the three-stage process of tempuraing. Then we're going to freeze them, and we're going to do stuff. But right now, it's time for a little bit of bonus video. Who wants to learn how to make a sauce? I do. What makes the nuggets so good, McNuggets so good, is all the dipping sauces. They have a bunch of them, and we're going to make one of them right now. Which one do you want? Which one do you think? Just looking at this, which one do you think it is? Yep, you're right. It's the sweet and sour sauce. Good guess. They have a very unique sweet and sour sauce. You will be surprised at some of the ingredients, unless you've spent time reading the label on the little cup thing. If you have, kudos, we should hang out. Because I do that stuff all the time because I'm a weirdo. The other one that I've been trying to figure out was the barbecue sauce. Now, I had read on a couple of forums and some Reddit things here and there that it was the Kraft chicken and ribs barbecue sauce, because Kraft is rumored to be making their sauces. It is not the chicken and ribs barbecue sauce, I can tell you that much. I have gone through both ingredients and they don't line up at all. So it's not that one. I don't know which one it is, and I may have to make that one from scratch because I can't seem to find anything on it. If anybody has any information, please come back and let me know. Otherwise, I'm making that sauce in a future video because that's going to take a little bit of experimentation to figure that out. I'm going to have to eat a lot of nuggets and get a lot of little packages before I can figure this one out. Because you got to go taste to taste, right? Except I can't taste smoke, so that's going to be fun. I never said this job was easy, folks. All right, so the sweet and sour, though, has a couple of strange ingredients in it, and it has a few things that, I don't know if you've seen copycats of this, they're all wrong. I haven't found a single one that is correct yet, not one. There is not one single speck of mustard in their sweet and sour sauce. I swear to God, this is the actual ingredients from the website of all the stuff. And maybe I'll make a copy and I'll put it here so you can see this and go, hey, look, it's not there. Yeah, you got high fructose corn syrup. Check. We have water. Check. We have apricot puree. That's peaches, sorry. Apricot puree right here. Peach puree. I just picked up the wrong one first. We have distilled vinegar. I have a little thing of it sitting, here it is, right here. There's two teaspoons of that sitting right there. I have soy sauce, right here, soy sauce. And then it lists all the ingredients for the soy sauce, which are not something I'm worried about at the moment. We have salt, right here, modified food starch. Corn starch, right there. That seems like that's probably a good guess. Sherry wine powder. Yeah, I don't have any of that. That's an acid, basically. This has a really lot of flavor to it. So we might put a couple of drops of red wine vinegar in this. I may have to grab that. It's in the cupboard over here. Dextrose, which is just sugar. But we have high fructose corn syrup. Maybe I'll just add the little extra there. Soybean oil. Don't have, yeah, no, so. Xanthan gum, I have that actually right here. Boom, there you go. Spices, there you go. Sodium benzoinga. I don't know what that is. It's a preservative. Doesn't matter because this isn't going to sit around very long. Natural flavors. Natural flavors are all around us, man. You just take in the natural flavors, man. Garlic powder, it's right here. Cellulose gum, no, I'm not doing that. Dried chili, right there. You got some chili powder. That will work. This is dried chili peppers. This is a dried chili pepper that is ground. Sure, that's a thing. Onion powder, right here. Caramel color, no, and Epstein's of paprika. It did not kill itself. That is just for color. I don't care if the color matches. It's not going to change the flavor, so it's on my no-no list. Ain't using it. Okay, so I have a list here. I've gone over a couple different things, and I've been jotting this down. This is my best rough guess at the first bit. This is already taking too long. So I'm just going to start scooping, and we are going to figure out if we get there. We're going to need to use an immersion blender. So I have that. I have my cup right here. I'm going to start loading ingredients in this. The ingredients list. What I finally come up with is right here. Whatever this says is what it is. What you see me do here? Do as I say, not as I do. I've said that in other videos because current me is figuring this out. Editor me guy tomorrow knows a lot more. So go by what he says, not what I say. I'm going to probably give you the wrong measurements here. Again, I'll put it there one more time. That's the actual ingredients. You can use that. You can trust that. Trust me, you don't know me. Would you buy a used car from me? I don't think you would. Would you let me tell you how to make a sweet and sour sauce? Sure, why not? There you go. You know the difference? Sweet and sour sauce, sweet and sour sauce doesn't cost nearly as much as a car. So you can trust me. And I'm still talking. God, will this guy ever shut up? I swear to God, doing these videos and editing this stuff drives me absolutely bananas. Because some of these videos, I'm like 7 minutes of just rambling. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we have roughly 2 to 1 with our apricot to peach. So I'm going to go with, again, apricot. Yay. 2 big scoops of that. We're making a lot of sauce, folks. There we go. We're going to go for 1 scoop of that. Next ingredient is the high fructose corn syrup. Part of every nutritious breakfast. Sadly, it kind of is actually now, isn't it? Okay, we're going to put 2 big old tablespoons of this in there because it's sweet. And there you go. So there's our sweet ingredients. We've got our 2 teaspoons of distilled white vinegar going down in there. That's our sour. Not making that up. Okay, what's the next thing? A teaspoon of soy sauce. Teaspoon of soy sauce, people. That may or may not be correct. Again, I'm going to put in about a half a teaspoon of salt in this. Seems like a lot, but there's already a lot of things in here, and there's a lot of sweet in here. Salt will really bring the flavors out in this, and there is no MSG in this sauce, so there's that to look forward to. All right, I'm dropping half a teaspoon of cornstarch in here. This will help thicken it up and make it lovely. Add a little bit of texture and chew and bite to it. Of course, our purees are going to do the same thing as well, but this will help quite a bit. Got about half a teaspoon of cornstarch. Okay, what's our next thing? We have a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Now, xanthan gum is a naturally occurring product that is fantastic at thickening things. It does this through shearing. So it won't start thickening this until we hit it with the immersion blender. Science. There you go. That might be a lot, but we're making a lot. So God help us. That may have been too much. You'll know if it's too much, if it's, how much was I supposed to use? There you go. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. There's garlic powder, onion powder, and chili powder in this. Again, some people were right about some of this, some people were right about other things, and anybody who said mustard, learn how to read. Just learn how to read. That's all you have to do. This information exists. Come on. A little bit of onion powder going down, and we have a teeny tiny amount of chili powder. I'm a little nervous about the chili powder. It's like the second to the last thing on the list. I'm going to give this an 1/8. Not sure what that is supposed to do, but I'm giving it an 1/8 right there. Okay, we are going to blend this up real quick. Oh yeah, she needs water. Let me just put a spot of water in here real fast. How much? I'm going to put about a tablespoon in. So I'm going to grab my tablespoon and put a little water in this. It's nice when these things come apart. That is pretty well mixed up. Let's see how we did. That's perfect. That's going to take a minute because it's got a few dry ingredients in here. That's exactly how you make that sauce. There you go. Now you know. On to the next thing. Now we're getting to the fun part. This is it. We're going to batter these things. We're going to do the 3-step process, and then we are going to fry these up. This part of this process happens over there. So I'm going to get this tempura batter out of here. See this right here? This is our tempura batter. It's a little on the thin side because it's tempura. If you make it too thick, it'll just make these giant, thick, crusty nuggets, and that's not right. We have our dredge here, our flour dredge. Okay, I'm going to give you the ingredients for this because I tried to do this like 3 times, and it turned out to be, it took me 2.5 weeks to get through this part of the video. I don't think you have that long, so I'm going to do this in a faster version. Okay, we have our slurry right here. Ingredients: water, cornstarch. Pretty easy. It's just a cornstarch slurry. This is going to get our nuggets wet. This is going to get them dry. This is our dry flour dredge right here. Ingredients list. Here you go. Here's everything that's in it. That's easy. Piece of cake. We're going to then go from there to here, here to there, there to the oil. Boom. All right, that's pretty easy. What is in our tempura batter? Right here. That's it. That's the ingredients. All of this is also always in the description down below. That's where I always put all the ingredients for everything. If that's where you're looking for stuff, it's written down there. Just under the title there, it starts to give the description. Then it's like ... more or show more. Click that, and then it expands. And you might have to click it again to expand it all the way up. That's where everything is. That's where it all goes. Okay, now let's make some nuggets. As you see here, I only have 6 nuggets. Why? Because I only need 6 nuggets. I made 30 nuggets. They are still in the freezer waiting for me to want to do this again. All I have to do is make my batters and then throw them in. I can have fresh nuggets anytime. What? You can do that for a very long time. If they're going to be in there for more than a couple of weeks, I would probably vacuum seal them so that they don't get freezer burn. Freezer burn bad. I'm going to go freezer burn bad. All right, keep these frozen. Do not let these sit on your counter for more than a couple minutes. These are frozen, so we're going to work fast. This is going into our cornstarch slurry here. It's not going to do much except get them wet. They're going in there. These are adorable. They're cute. Look at these little itty bitty nuggets. Look at how cute the nuggets are. They're so cute. Okay, these are going in here. Literally, this is just getting it wet. This is just wetting our chicken. Not a euphemism. And if it was, I wouldn't even know what the euphemism was for. We can dump all of these in here, by the way. We don't have to be kind and polite about it. We can just float them. There you go. Now they're going in here. I'm pulling them out. See, that's much more efficient. It's much faster. Now we've got all of this here. I'm going to coat these. I have a dry hand, which is going to do the dry bits. Okay. And we are going to work fast because these will thaw out quickly. And when they are thawed out, they are not much fun to work with. So, those are nicely coated. As you can see, there it goes, some coating on that. I'm going to set these on this end of this rack right here. Shake off a little bit of the excess because it won't stick too well if they have too much flour. We'll just shake a little off, give it a little bumpy bump. Okay, there's that. This is going over here. Tempura batter is going to go right next to the oil because this is going to go straight in here, straight in the oil, really fast. It doesn't sit in between because this is a fairly thin batter and it will not hold if I try to put some centers. We're just going to go to the oil now. Oil's about 350, 360, something like that. I am not deep frying these in my deep fryer. I'm doing it on the stove. That's what you're hearing over there is the fan blowing. That's why it's so loud in here. Sorry, but we're going over there now, and voiceover me will finish this up over there. We'll be back in a second. So let's do the last part here. Let's tempura these McNuggets. Get them in the oil, get them cooking. We're just going to give that a stir. Bang the whisk on there so we can get lots of splatter on the countertop. Check the temperature. She's a little warm, but what are you going to do? That's just the problem of trying to shallow fry things. I got about a ½ inch of oil in the pan. We're dropping these in the tempura batter. I'm doing 3 at a time so I don't overcrowd this here. We're using a kitchen majig to get these out, but a regular spider or something like that will work. You can see the tempura strings going out in the oil. It's beautiful. That's how you know you got a nice batter and all that good stuff. I've got enough room. I don't think I'm going to crowd the pan too bad. I'm going to do all 6 of these at one time, get them coated up really, really good, flip them a few times, make sure there's no dry spots. If you didn't get enough flour off of it, the tempura batter's not going to stick. So double check that before you drop them in. Now these are going to cook for a few minutes because this takes a little bit longer and they are frozen. So I'm going to flip these a couple of times back and forth just to make sure that we're browning the outside evenly. Temperature check. Ooh, she's dropped a little bit. Crank the heat up a little bit more. This is about 2.5, 3 minutes in, something like that on this. They started hot, but they got a little cooler. And there's some bits in the bottom of this pan, apparently, because it's cast iron and I use it for a lot of things. So it picked up a few of the bits in the bottom. Hey, what are you going to do? It's extra flavor. No big deal. These look about beautiful. They are hard and crunchy and crispy. Let's pull these out, and we are ready to eat our homemade McNuggets. Yes, your kids will know they're homemade. Sorry. All right. They're fried up. They're not okay. They're not as pretty. I don't have a factory. I don't have what they have. You can't. It's hard to replicate that. But we can nail it on taste because we know how they made it. Because I've shown you all this stuff, and these things are amazing. So I'm going to grab a poor, unsuspecting victim. This guy here. That's a round one, obviously, because of the shape. Oh, of course I'm going for the sweet and sour. Come on. We made this sweet and sour sauce, and I am going to. Oh, it's still warm. It's actually hot. I'm a little kid again, eating these. Wow. That is perfect. And so McNuggety. Look at the inside. That is a thick, nice, decent bout of chicken. The breading is not too thick. It's just perfect. It's beautiful. That sauce. Oh, that sauce is perfect. These are all mine, so I can double dip. This barbecue sauce is not their barbecue sauce. This is Stubbs barbecue sauce. Maybe there's a picture here. It is somewhat close to their sauce, but a little bit more crazy. It has molasses in it, which theirs does not. So I'm on a quest to create their barbecue sauce. When I do, I will bring that video to you. But let's see how this one is, because I go back and forth between these two. The Stubbs or the McDonald's tangy barbecue. It just has a little more tang to it than theirs. There's a little bit sweeter. This is a little bit more vinegary to it. But, oh, okay. And now, just the ranch. The honey mustard, the Kraft honey mustard, if you get that, there you go. I'll do it. Or you can just add honey to your mustard. That'll work. Their honey is just grade A honey. So if you like the honey on there, just pour some honey on it. Works perfectly. If you like the zesty buffalo, I'll show you how to make that one day too, because that's a completely different thing. Frank's Red Hot, little butter, little black pepper, I get you there. But I'll show you that, and we'll go over that at some point. But right now, oh come on, the ranch. Hey, those aside, that's still the star. That's my favorite. So I did that one because that's my personal favorite. I love this one. Oh no, you can't buy this anywhere. There's no analog for this. There's nothing where you're going to be able to get a bottle of this. You have to make that. Luckily, it's pretty easy. You saw how to make all of this, and now you know. And I thank you for watching this video because it's always fun making this stuff, especially one of these childhood icons. The world existed before McNuggets, but why? You have to ask yourself why. You know, maybe that's why Jesus left. You know, they didn't have McNuggets. Could that be it? I don't know. Now we got McNuggets back. Maybe did someone tell him? Come on, I'm just saying. Oh, I'm in trouble with somebody for that one, aren't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just pissed off people on all sides. Mission accomplished. And on that bombshell, I say thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next video, and until then, have a good one.